You are not white. You are not white. You're getting profiled.
The majority of people that voted for Trump are uneducated. I know, that's like, oh, Joe, that's fucked up to say. No, that's actually the fact.
Sorry, how are gamers winning by Trump using Halo as propaganda? How does that mean gamers are winning? How does that follow? They did take my jack off material. I mean, they didn't really, did they? They didn't really, did they?
Heard about America.
No, he hates Trump because of, like, the human rights abuses and the lack of, like, rule of law. Huge Angry Joe drama, guys. Pissed off Pedro drama. So, let's go through these. So, he's fighting this guy called Endymion. Now, Endymion is a right-wing gaming influencer. Yeah, one of the anti-woke type guys. But he's even kind of disliked among, like, the right-wing people. Because he's on that side of things that's... they call it the woke right? Is that what they call it, I think? Where it's like the Christian, like, we don't like sex in games, like that sort of thing, right? I think that's the woke right they call it, right? I'm not sure. I don't know all the terms. Anyway, we see Angry Joe here saying, fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here with using Halo for your shitty dehumanizing police state propaganda. No one thinks your shit is cool besides the low IQ, her MAGA cult members on X, half of which are bots. You're going to find out in the next election. American flag emoji. So, I mean, that's fine. I think that's fine. I mean, sure, some people might disagree with him, but I mean, obviously, if Angry Joe's kind of like lib-leaning, then... I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine he's gonna like this, and he's like, you know, what, like Hispanic? So, the Supreme Court did just rule that you're allowed to racially profile probably him and the people around him for the purposes of immigration. So I can see why he'd be pissed off with the current admin. So yeah, I don't know why you would be super upset about this other than you just disagree with it because you're a Trump supporter. What does Endymion say? Let's see. Endymion says, be Angry Joe. Mad Halo is used by conservatives. Composer of series is conservative. Game's entire plot is a religious allegory. So that's, like, true in only the most, like, low IQ surface level sense. There are, like, slight Christ elements to Master Chief. Like, your self-sacrifice and all this. And the Covenant have sort of, like, religious theming. But the actual story isn't, like, religious allegory. It's not communicating something about religion or telling a religious story. It just has some elements drawn from. It has, like, the drapings of some religion. It's not, it's like theming is religious. It's not really a religious allegory in a direct sense. Master Chief is also Christ-like in the suit jacks him off. Okay, dude. Game's entire plot is a religious allegory. Flood, Ark, Halo, all Bible references. Plot is defeating beings who invade and impose their religion and ways upon humanity against their will. Sound familiar? Point of the entire series goes over his head. These people are retarded, guys. So, no, this is like an incredibly surface-level read. So, Angry Joe replies, be an Endymion and clutches pearls because someone he doesn't know dislikes Donald Trump and how ICE conducted themselves. Breaking into people's homes without warrants, arresting US citizens, profiling, ramming people off roads, killing people by mistake, bullying with badges. I mean, yeah. Lick their boots like a good little boy by jumping to defend a stupid meme's usage. Whine and cry that others stand up against what they consider dumb bullshit. Bring up a bunch of unrelated points about how Halo-like religious themes, its music, game plot, the soundtrack's composer, and stupid shit to defend literal propaganda from the government because he has no idea what he's talking about and got his feelings hurt over a tweet completely unrelated to him. What have you become? Be a general snowflake about other people not liking ICE recruitment propaganda, using shit without permission like they do Pokemon. Call others retarded like a big boy on the internet while making retarded points to defend a trash meme. Did I miss anything? Pathetic, dude. You're better than this. No one has a problem with conservatives here. I also have conservative views. This propaganda poster was created by a masked police force, alluding to human beings being the mutated flood, which the UNSC destroys and kills with prejudice. But it's just a meme from an official professional government account that attracts a certain type of person. Clearly you. That's cool, man. God bless your righteous mission, though. Keep licking those boots. I mean, kind of just fucking, like, wordy, but so was the previous post, and kind of just raped. I mean, it kind of raped. I mean, you could say leftist meme, but the previous post was him doing a, he did a wordy one. Where's it gone? I can't even find it now. But yeah, then Endymion's doing this Google AI thing. So he posts this. Even Google's AI would prove these morons wrong. Wait, okay, wait. Let's go back 1 second. I seem to have pissed off Angry Joe. Unfortunately for him, Halo is still a religious game and nothing changes that. So what's his evidence as being a religious game? Even Google's AI would prove these morons wrong. Angry Joe should change his name to Dumbass. And yeah, is this guy looks Mexican to me. This guy's some flavor of Hispanic. You are not white. You are not white. You do not make the cut. You're getting profiled. You're getting profiled for immigration. Even Google's AI would prove these morons wrong. Angry Joe should change his name to Dumbass. So what does he say? Master Chief symbolism. John 1:17. Master Chief's name is believed to be a reference to biblical verses like John 1:17, for the law was not given through Moses, grace and truth come through Christ. With the John and the number 1:17 symbolizing grace and truth delivered through a human agent. A savior figure. He is portrayed as a reluctant savior, a light in the darkness, who sacrificed himself for humanity and mirroring Jesus Christ's role. Fuck me, I can't talk today. A prophet figure. In some interpretations, John 1:17 can be seen as a precursor or messenger for a larger salvation, similar to John the Baptist's role in relation to Jesus. So, this is like light religious theming. This is not, the story is not about religion. It's not about Christianity. It's not an allegory. It has religious theming. Sort of like saying Persona is about Jungian psychology. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, kinda, in like the most loose way. It like uses concepts from Jung to like coat its story and characters with this, like it's like theming, it's like aesthetic, it's like an aesthetic use really. So I believe, so let's see. So this is who's this? One of the lead devs on Halo recently about the symbolism of the game's themes. Yeah, I wonder why inscrutable aliens blowing up Marines because it's the way to paradise according to their religious extremism resonated so strongly back then. So I believe that basically this guy thinks that what he's saying here is that the game came along at a time where this was prevalent. This idea was prevalent. Now, this guy himself replies to Endymion. A lead Halo dev replies to Endymion and says, "No, I was not talking about the symbolism of the games. I was talking about the unfortunate context into which the first game was released. The Covenant were not a historic or religious allegory." So the guy, Endymion citing, the lead dev that Endymion himself is citing, replies and says, "No, that's not what I'm saying. And that's not what the game's about." And then he carries on here. It was mostly finished by 9/11, and the Covenant is not allegorical. If anything, it's more Catholic in theme. We call the prophets space popes internally. So they're not Muslims. They're Catholics. Oh my god. And then there's more Angry Joe here, though. Yeah, let's pull this up. Awesome. Since you're so focused on this, can't wait to hear your report back after you've read all 33,000 pages that was released last month. Thanks, Joe. Waiting for the full breakdown from you. So what did Angry Joe say to prompt this? Oh, I see. He's fighting with this guy. So yeah, someone replies with a meme of Vance in Halo armor. And, oh, fuck's sake, I can't. So replies with a meme of Vance in Halo armor here. And he says, still waiting for those Epstein files you were so pissed off and worked up about a few weeks ago, right, Jeremy? Or if they already convinced you to forget about them so easily. Lol. Lowest presidential approval ratings ever, aside from Nixon. Keep winning, you. And he says, awesome, thanks for focusing on this. Can't wait to report back after read all 33,000 pages released last month. Thanks, Joe. Looking forward to a full breakdown from you. And then, yeah, so where's... Oh, all of it was released already? My bad. All the Epstein files have been released already. It's all good now. So what's your official position then, Jeremy? They've been released? And note, you tell us the full breakdown of 33,000 pages since you were tweeting so furiously about it back then. The only thing you've ever given Trump shit on. Embarrassing. The Trump administration needs to be held accountable. I see several people in these complimenting me for finally criticizing Trump. Fuck off. I've criticized Trump many times in the past. I need to do so. Just coping like crazy. Just totally fucking seething. Now, he's obviously upset a lot of people with this. I think one person he may have upset. But we'll see. We'll see if, yeah. That's what I thought. I know someone who's always upset about this sort of thing. I know someone who's always upset about this sort of situation. That's right. Let's go.
I'm sure the exit polls, and you can, you know, refute me if you want, but I guarantee you the majority of people that voted for Trump are uneducated. I know, that's like, oh, Joe, that's fucked up to say. No, that's actually the fact. And if you want to show me...
Dude. Wait, Angry Joe is awesome. No, Angry Joe is awesome. This is epic.
Proof otherwise, you won't find it. I guarantee you, the uneducated voted for Trump.
Wait, but this is you guys. Wait, but this is literally Templar. Wait, but this is literally Templar. You guys are the same in this way. Wait, they don't get to suddenly pretend that they don't think it's cool to like games that have women with big tits in them. That's their favorite thing. That's their favorite thing, is video games with like women with insane proportions. They don't get to suddenly pretend they don't think that's awesome.
Soul Calibur 5.
Like,
Give me a second.
what's the problem here?
Brothers, this is Angry Joe.
Okay,
or,
problem.
Pissed Off Pedro. He's a retard that
I
has
stole that
been
one from
irrelevant for quite some time, and the only time that people actually talk about him these days is when he loses his mind over Donald Trump doing something fairly based, or ICE and immigration doing something fairly based, as is the case with this particular conversation.
He stole it from Metica?
So,
fuck, man.
Pissed Off Pedro decided that he is going to melt down at anyone supporting Trump. And by the way, that clip is from 2016. That was from the first time that Trump won. And this guy,
that's awesome,
damn near 10 years later, is still doing the same routine. Still losing his mind over...
Wait, but he's right. Wait, but he's right. You say he's losing his mind, but Templar, you're on Twitter 16 hours a day as well. You say he's losing his mind, but Templar, you're talking about politics in a seething rage 16 hours a day as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm the same. Don't get me wrong. Look, I'm the last one to throw stones about this. But, I mean, you're literally... Templar, I see you here, Templar. I see you here. Be Angry Joe, a fat, low IQ, spurging creep woke retard who has been pro-illegal immigration. Watch as their woke bullshit they've advocated for years come completely undone. Senior Joe is forced to watch gamers win, and all he can do is complain and bitch and moan. Oh, and the deportations will continue, you retarded loser. Dude. I told him to post face in responses. I did quote tweet Templar and tell him to post face. So I'm hoping Templar face reveal soon. We'll see. I don't think you get to say fat. I don't think you get to say fat Templar. I don't think that's an insult you get to use.
Trump and the
I'm not
Trump
convinced.
administration, and holy shit, it is an embarrassing spectacle on his timeline. He is losing his mind at people like Endymion, Grums, and Jeremy Griggs from...
Yo, thank you, Jim, for $20. I actually haven't shielded or trying.
You're all wrong. It's an old meme from /v/ where someone would post his picture and say what was his name again. And everyone would go
I remember that,
perturbed, Pablo enraged, Enrique flustered, Frederico grumpy, Grand Gustavo,
I do remember that, yeah.
etc.
Yeah. Thank you for the $20, Jim Lee. Thank you for the correction there. That is true. I do remember that now that you say that. Guys, now's a great time to remind you. 382 people here, 50 likes on the stream. Some of those 331 people, please move their cursor to the thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing the thumbs up on the mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. If you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through Stream Elements link in the pin chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat which will highlight your message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that will be highlighted in chat and I'll describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, ABC, guys, always be clipping, okay? That's a great one to remember. And post like hell. Run the Twitter account, run the Discord account, run a Reddit account. Be everywhere, be present. TikTok, Instagram as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Run accounts everywhere. Be everywhere. Be always present, okay? That's like praxis, guys. That's like you're doing like a good thing in the world if you post clips of me.
Geeks and Gamers. This guy is spurging. And what caused all of this? What caused this guy to lose his mind? Well, it's this post right here from the official White House account, which shows Trump in Halo armor. Donald
I don't know how you
John
just heard that,
Trump
Rickos.
in Halo armor. It's like, wow, we're going to defeat the Flood. It's going to be huge. So, yeah, GameStop has been retweeting Trump and posting their own memes, and it's been a lot of fun. But all of these left-wing hacktivists within the content creator space, especially in gaming spaces, have been losing their mind. The Ackman is another person that's been losing their mind over this, but not quite to the extent of pissed off Pedro. Now, this, I think, is clear proof that Gamergate won. If you recall, about 10 years ago or so, this was an unthinkable thing. Where you would have the President of the United States posting Halo memes in relation to ICE.
Dude. You should have put on the suit, Jim. You should have put on the suit.
And immigration.
That's the wave Templar's on. That's the wave Templar's on now.
Also want to remind
That's crazy.
That Angry Joe has always been against gamers. I know that you may not think that because nostalgia has a way of, tripping you up at times. But Angry Joe, at every step of the way, has been against Gamergate, has been against people who criticize wokeness. Do you remember?
Are you sure he doesn't think that shit's just like retarded as fuck? You sure he doesn't think he's just like retarded as fuck? I think Angry Joe probably does lean a little more conservative, at least than most people in gaming. He's just not on board with like totally insane Trump shit.
Battlefield 5. Gamers said, we don't want a woman on the front lines of World War II with a bionic arm bludgeoning Nazis. With her sidekick Tonto, which was just some Japanese guy. Yeah, we don't think that...
Dude, Kuihman, look at Templar's replies to the Act Man, and everyone who tweeted about this, they're so salty. Can you just link them on my Discord? Can you just like link examples of tweets you want me to pull up? I'll pull them up.
That really makes total sense. We don't want that. Do you know what Joe's first response was? Oh, gamers are just misogynists. They just don't like it because it's a woman, which is exactly what EA said. And then they later came back and recanted because nobody fucking bought the game. It was a failure. And Joe had to come out weeks later and apologize. And that was the cycle. Joe would defend wokeness and identity politics and left-wing orthodoxy. And then he would get shamed and humiliated for it. And eventually he would come out and apologize. But his knee-jerk, his instinct was always this. The gamers should not
When does
win.
he apologize?
He was somebody that wasn't 100% on board with Anita Sarkeesian, but he was in that sort of orbit. And I think people
No, he was not. What? He was never in the Anita type orbit. What is this guy smoking, dude? Huh? That's just not true at all. The Angry Joe was in the what's it called? The Game Station network. He was in like the Game Station Polaris network with like Total Biscuit and you know, Jesse Cox and Dodger and fucking Husky and all those people, you know. He was in like that orbit. He was not in any kind of Anita Sarkeesian orbit or anything. Like what? Huh?
Despite the fact that this guy has been wrong about nearly everything over the years, they still have some reverence for Joe simply because he was the first, but he has been replaced 100, 1,000 times over.
Yeah, and also he was kind of like around that guy with the glasses as well, right? He was like Channel Awesome, like he hung out with was it Spoonie? I think Spoonie was the one he used to hang out with. Didn't he do like yeah.
Betrayal!
Yeah, this
Why?
shit.
Betrayal! Betrayed me! This game. If the enormous lines that I saw were asked me to get footage for Deus Ex 3. Everyone's asking me for news. I'm excited too because Deus Ex is one of the greatest games, at least for the PC, ever made. Now, didn't like Deus Ex 2. Savagely flawed game, which is why I was a little skeptical about this one. But I'll tell you what, they made a believer out of me. Now, we met with the art director and the level designer for the game. Had a very real emphasis.
Spoonie to go nuts. Classic stuff, though, man. Classic stuff here.
By people that do it better than him. Now, the memes, the memes are glorious. GameStop reposted this meme.
The memes are glorious. The memes
in
are
response
glorious.
to the White House. Imagine telling people in 2016 that the White House is posting Trump Halo memes with GameStop. Yeah, that's crazy. And it's amazing. And it's good fun. But not for Joe. Not for these left-wing oriented creators. They're losing their mind. And there's an AI-generated meme going around, which is hilarious, which has Donald Trump saying that, well, I guess I ended 9 wars now. I guess I ended 9 wars because the console wars are over. You know?
It's like
That's
so
funny.
cringe. Right? It's like, no, it's not. It's like really cringe. Console war shit in 2025 is already like unbearably cringe. Like riding the dick of GameStop social media intern marketing posts is also unbearably cringe. It's like crazy. So Actman said that he wants the guy who runs the DHS account to be deported. So that's just, I mean, I don't like Actman at all, but it's kind of a funny tweet. Just say the only deportation I want to see is the guy who runs his account. Tactikal Templar says, "You're such a putrid and pathetic freak lurch. Nobody gives a fuck what a spineless sack of a content creator garbage like you wants. Make another video crying with people critiquing pronouns on wokeness in games." Wait, but Actman does that himself. Actman has an old video where he's like, haha, in the KOTOR remake, they'll probably make Rev a non-binary. He literally does that himself. He's that sort of fucking loser himself. What do you mean? What are you even talking about, bro? What's this one? What's this a reply to? It's a reply to John Graham. Oh, the RB and the Chief director. Dude, RB and the Chief, man. RB and the Chief mention. Big 25, RB and the Chief mention. 40. Big 25, RB and the Chief mention.
Okay, who was the fucking retard in our team that kept carrying the flag the wrong way? This John C.J. Graham guy?
You got something to say to me? Ouch.
Yeah, you suck!
I am better than you at least, douchebag.
You had -3 kills and 41 deaths.
Your mom had -3 kills in bed last night.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Shut up! That was the worst comeback I've ever heard.
Not as bad as your face.
That's it, you want to sell this man-to-man? Give me your address, you little shit.
Sure. Do you have a pen and paper? I'm in your mom's house. I'll be waiting.
You motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, you fuck.
Raffle.
Stylo, this has
That
soul,
man
you don't
on the
understand,
internet
you don't
lied
get
to
it.
me.
So what's Tactical Templar saying to the GOAT, John Graham? You are absolutely defending criminal illegal aliens. What a morally reprehensible position. Every single one has to go back. Your brand of immorality and cowardice should be condemned. Yeah, don't talk to the GOAT that way. So one of Tactical Templar's replies here. Just thought this ad on your stream is absolutely hilarious. And they're getting a targeted ad for incontinence. But I assume adult diapers is this or something. I'm assuming. So... huge things happening in the Tactical Templar community. Yeah, no, these aren't period pads, you're wrong. These are for bladder leaks. These are for bladder leaks in women. Yeah, it's incontinence, so it's like leaking bladder or bowels, usually. I believe, right? Like you can have like urinary incontinence or fecal incontinence, I'm pretty sure, right? Isn't that a thing? Old people and gay people often get fecal incontinence.
I accept it now. For years they said Gamergate was responsible for everything, including Trump. We laughed and called them delusional, but were they? Now that the White House... Yeah, and look at this. This is really the post that solidified Joe's crash out. Fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here with this Halo meme shit. Your shitty, dehumanizing police state propaganda. No one thinks your shit is cool. Joe, no one thinks you're cool. No one cares what you have to say. Joe, everyone thinks this is cool except for you and a couple retards.
He is just like such a raging, old, fat, autistic loser who has like no charisma, can't make a joke. Just like seethes all day, every day. It does loop around to being fucking epic. It does loop around to being kind of epic. Like, this guy is just in a prison of his own mind.
On the left. Everyone thinks this is based and interesting and funny. This is awesome. Deport Angry Joe. Flood sympathizer. Like, everyone is having fun, Joe, but you. Everyone is having fun, Joe, but you. You are freaking out because... you recognize the game.
Well, I mean, Joe and the people whose human rights you're voting to deprive, right? You know, how your like Supreme Court just ruled that actually you can racially profile for immigration, or the fact that there are like unmasked officers that are going around performing like warrantless raids on people's homes. There are like masked officers performing raids on people's homes, and they have to present ID, and people can pose as those federal agents and go around and like people have posed as those federal agents and gone and like raped women pretending to be federal agents and getting away with it because they pretended to be federal agents. So there's like a whole bunch of people that probably aren't having as much fun as you right now, Templar. Also the like over half of your country that disapprove of Donald Trump's presidency are also seemingly not having as much fun as you. But I understand you're a fat, autistic, out of touch, lonely, isolated moron who doesn't understand any of that. So that's okay. We don't expect much.
Actually winning. The President of the United States posted a Halo meme. And by the way, I know that Joe has talked about this, but he was freaking out. He was freaking out because one of the guys that was responsible for the music around Halo supported Donald Trump and is actually running for Congress. Yeah. That's right. So Joe is on a generational crash out because he sees that gamers are winning and he can't fucking stand it.
Sorry, how are gamers winning by Trump using Halo as propaganda? How does that mean gamers are winning? What does that... How does that follow?
He can't stand it. So pissed off Pedro can piss into the wind. Nobody gives a shit about him. He hasn't been relevant in years. It's actually amazing to watch Donald Trump use meme culture and gamer culture to try to recruit people. That's awesome.
Wait, but yeah, but he doesn't like Trump, so he doesn't like when Trump propagandizes, right? Like, can Templar think about this from a different angle? Like, how would he feel if a Democrat was doing this? How would he feel if Gavin Newsom was saying, say, like, Gavin Newsom said something, or posted something like, I'm trying to think, like, what would be a way Gavin Newsom would do this? Let's say Gavin Newsom posts a AI edit of the Doom front cover. Do you guys know the Doom? Like, let's say Gavin Newsom posts an AI edit of this, and he's, like, skewering Trump and blowing J.D. Vance's fucking brains out with his shotgun. And that you can see, like, he's like standing on like fucking Lindsey Graham's skull, and like, imagine that for a minute. And like Charlie Kirk's skull. Imagine that for a minute. You would probably be quite upset about that, wouldn't you, Templar? You'd actually be quite upset about that, probably, wouldn't you, Templar? You'd be quite mad about that. You'd actually be quite upset about that.
That's a major, major win. And the only people that are pissed about it are these disgusting, despicable, bad actors acting in bad faith. Putting aside the fact that there are 10 stars missing from the AR-generated flag. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You bitter, pathetic losers. You...
Yeah, so someone send that clip to the fucking that intern running Gavin Newsom's Twitter account.
Wanted politics in gaming, but the difference is you wanted your politics in gaming. That's the difference here. That's why you're mad, because you lost. Now, these people need to be stomped out metaphorically from the arena of ideas, and never allowed to fester and remanifest to start polluting our culture and entertainment ever again. These people have spent years affirming every sort of disgusting, degenerate, retarded, indefensible left-wing idea. Like, you guys remember this? Halo pushes feminist messaging and Women's History Month social media posts. And LGBTQ. Yeah, that was a whole thing. Do you guys remember that? They had no problem with this at all. None. Because when it comes to degeneracy and left-wing politics, man, these people affirm it every single time. But when it comes to Trump posting a meme, Angry Joe loses his fucking mind.
Yeah, so let me help you out on that one, Templar. Angry Joe probably doesn't think it's a big deal to give skins that appeal to gay people in a game. He probably does think it's a big deal to have masked officers breaking into people's homes without warrants and arresting people when they're picking up their kids from school and arresting people when they're on the way to court dates about their immigration process. He probably actually does have an issue with that. So what is it? And if you want me to even go further on that, maybe there's no measurable harm or actual material harm to anyone from there being gay skins in Halo. Meanwhile, ICE is enacting insane human rights abuses and disregarding rule of law and any kind of sort of like cooperation with the populace. So that's probably why Angry Joe talks about one of those and not the other. That's just a guess, though. I can't be 100% sure.
And I think people like Angry Joe, need to be shamed and humiliated for the rest of their miserable has-been career. Because now he's going after people like Endymion. For what? What did Endymion do? Be Endymion and clutch pearls because someone he doesn't know dislikes Donald Trump and how ICE has conducted themselves. You, Joe, are somebody that has affirmed the worst of the worst. And by the way, Joe, my question to you is, why do you have such a kinship with illegal criminal aliens? Why do you hate this country so much that you think that the people of America, citizens, should have to endure criminal illegal aliens? Joe, you're a piece of shit.
Well, was that in anything you said?
Nobody respects you. Nobody cares what you have to say.
I mean, far more people respect and care. Like, you got... Like, I understand the impulse to say stuff like this, but you got 1.8k views. I mean, I know Angry Joe got like 100 times that, at least, on his last video.
You know, ever since the days that you were humiliated and ragdolled by people like Jeff Keighley, you have lost any...
Okay, well, that's true. Okay, well, he did get ragdolled by Jeff Keighley. That's true. Now, that's the one thing he said there that is correct.
I'm here with Jeff, who, I have a bone to pick with this particular man, all right? He is the executive producer for the VGAs. You have a lot of questions to answer for it. Now, I hope that... Let's see, who is this?
Annalyn McCourt. What's to be angry about there, Joe? Come on.
There's nothing to be angry about that. All right. Basically, a lot of people, I feel, think that the VGAs have turned into maybe just one big advertisement, one big marketing thing, and essentially a big joke. But year after year, it seems the VGAs seem to get better. And I just want to make sure that that consistently happens.
So you got to let me know after you see the show tonight. What do you think?
Well, I will let you know what I think of the show
post a video
afterwards.
about it.
Yeah, I'll post.
But you know what's great about this show, I think, is that it works for gamers. The gamers love the world premieres, and I think it also it shows the best of our industry to a wider, more.
Here's the problem with particular categories like best independent game fueled by Mountain Dew.
Well,
it kind of takes away. Yeah,
we don't have that category this show.
Oh, so you took away the best independent game fueled by Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. We have best independent game, which is being presented by Guillermo.
Perfect. Love it. Love it. See, that is improvement. That's improvement. Moving along. Basically, what?
He's just like literally looking away with it. It's so fucked up, man.
Jeff. This is a worse environment to conduct an interview in. Essentially.
One more question. What do you got?
What's with the lack of underrepresentation of PC gaming? Where's the MMO categories? It's a huge market, and yet there's no PC games, no strategy games, no MMOs.
Well, we have a best PC game category. Civ's nominated, StarCraft's nominated.
What happened to MMOs?
For Studio of the Year? What MMOs should have been nominated for Game of the Year this year?
There are so many.
Yeah, Joe. What MMO should have been awarded Game of the Year that year? Which year is this? 2010.
Any MMOs like Dungeon Fighter Online, there's one example. You could also what other games? Final Fantasy
MMO?
Yeah.
This year.
Not this year.
Exactly. Didn't come out this year. Keep going, Joe.
You gonna take another question? Okay,
no,
so
I'm just saying, so I get your point about it.
You get my point. Who selects the games, and what are their qualifications to select the games that get voted on this?
Pretty public.
Contest?
It's an advisory board of journalists from all the top publications, GameSpot, IGN,
Are you serious?
Entertainment Weekly. Yeah.
That's new information to us. That's perfect.
It's very publicly available,
think,
Joe. If you look online, you
think
can
that
find
the Video Game Awards? So that's basically like a Video Game Awards Academy.
Oh my God.
That's correct. Yes.
Well, hey. I'm glad to hear it. You heard it here
so
first.
I feel like you need to do a little more research before you attack us this time.
Oh, snap.
This is not how I wanted to do it.
Come on, you're attacking me on the independent game, which is not what it is this year. You're telling me MMO should be nominated for Game of the Year, yet you can't name the MMOs it should be. And you're telling me that you don't know who's voting on the awards when it's public. So, I mean, come on, man. You have these rants.
Look,
they're thinly veiled.
They're not thinly veiled, okay? Basically, I think that your show appeals to the lowest common denominator amongst gaming. Not every gamer is a slobbering idiot sitting on his mom's couch. That's what you appeal to. Back in 2002, you opened the show with Jenna Jameson basically saying that she's going to just take off her clothes. Do you think that's the kind of content that real gamers want in their premier gaming show?
That's 2002. I think it's a new show.
When were you the executive producer?
I started, I'm executive in charge of publisher relations starting, I think maybe 2007 or so.
2007, okay, so you weren't responsible for that?
Nothing to do with it.
Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have, because all I'm here to do is improve the VGAs. Okay?
Well, you watch the show, you let me know what you think. And we'll have another conversation.
If there's just a few more email questions, would you take email questions? And maybe
sure.
Absolutely.
He's
Thank you very much,
3D PD.
sir.
He's 3D
Thank you,
PD.
Jeff.
He's 3D PD, Stylo. He's based.
Semblance of credibility. You've been replaced. And I think maybe that's part of the bitterness, is that there was a time where you were pretty popular and prominent, but now you're not, and nobody respects you and nobody cares what you have to say. Except for when you come out and you shit on Donald Trump and other people and go on these Spurg sessions, then we care for about 15 minutes so we can rag on you, shit on you, because you're a piece of shit and we can use you as an example of what not to do and what not to be. Because keep in mind, when Joe was prominent, like 10 years ago, he would use his influence and his position to shit on gamers every time and come up with this coded, woke, buzzword bullshit salad. Every time. Oh, guys, it's just misogyny and you guys are gooners. Angry Joe is somebody that actually went out there and said, guys, they're not going to take away your jack-off material, talking about the overt grotesquification of women in gaming in the West. Guys, they're not going to take off your jack-off material. This guy has been wrong about everything since...
They did take my jack-off material. I mean, they didn't really, did they? They didn't really, did they? I just finished playing through Ninja Gaiden 4, and that has female characters with, like, retarded proportions. Like, you know, it just isn't in every game anymore. It isn't literally every single... And it wasn't ever every single game either.
I mean, since...
It was always primarily Japanese games that were like that. Soul Cal, Dead or Alive. It's always been primarily Japanese games that were like that.
Pretty much his inception. But the thing was, he was first, and people have a nostalgic mindset around that. But you need to take off the nostalgic glasses and realize what a piece of shit Angry Joe is. And the fact is, this guy never represented you. He was always about his own ego. He has always been a left-wing stooge. And now we can see him for who and what he really is, a fat, disgruntled leftist retard. And he should be made fun of. And I know that some people may still hold some lingering vestiges.
No, unfortunately, all the clips you showed of him here were awesome. That clip of him there was awesome. And then the tweets were epic too. So you lost. You lost
nostalgia
Templar.
For Joe. But I'm telling you, there are better content creators out there. Don't waste your time on Pissed Off Pedro. All right? This guy supports criminal illegal aliens. This guy thinks that Kamala Harris would have been the better option. This guy hates Donald Trump because Donald Trump is actually an effective leader and somebody that makes America great again. Pissed Off Pedro doesn't care about America.
No, he hates Trump because of, like, the human rights abuses and the lack of, like, rule of law and the perversion of the Supreme Court. I think that's why he hates Trump, actually.
Which is why I would put out there that Joe should probably be deported. And might as well. Hassan and Joe and these people that hate America, just get them the fuck out. Send them to Antarctica. Or maybe Uganda. Who knows?
But I just find this a little bit strange because Joe probably, like, yeah, makes a decent amount of money, pays taxes. He's probably quite like a benefit to the US. I don't really see that. I can't imagine Templar making a whole lot of money and being like a benefit to his country.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is an amazing story, isn't it? When you really think about it. The official White House is posting Halo memes. It's amazing. This was unthinkable 10 years ago. What good fun. So, thank you to the Trump administration. Thank you to our president, Donald Trump, who is currently in Japan right
now. So this is all he needs to see. This is the only change in his life that he needs to see to be satisfied with Trump's leadership. I saw an epic Halo picture on Twitter. This is the best presidency ever. This is the mind of Templar. This is the level of political analysis that he's capable of.
Right now, greeting the new...
Oh, Jay Stuck's running this. Guys, I'm really tempted. Do I even say this? I'm really tempted to make a video, guys. I'm really tempted to make a Tectone video. An update Tectone video. Hearing that Tectone's break from streaming is actually just because he can't stop violating the protective order filed by his ex every single time he goes live. Very sad. My understanding is this is true. He's actually been, someone found the listing on the county records for his, like, protective orders, the protective orders against him, and lined it up with some stream VODs, and he's, like, seething every time he has a new hearing and shit. Every day he has a new hearing. And, like, he literally does seem to have just taken the time off because he literally can't stop himself from violating this fucking protective order. Because he just wants to talk shit on it all the time and say, I'm going to destroy your life.
Prime Minister. Which, by the way, the new Prime Minister of Japan absolutely loves Trump. And, you know, they seem to be getting along very, very well. Very interesting. So, yeah, that's fantastic. I hope that Donald Trump continues with the memes, because boy, is it cathartic to watch these people freak out. The worst people in gaming, all of these left-wing hacktivist retards that try to purge gamers from gaming. They're now having to sit and watch all of their work be undone. And the person they hate the most, Donald Trump and his supporters, to watch them get a victory like this is so satisfying. Well, Joe, in your honor, we're going to be doubling the deportations. We're going to be ramping up the efforts. You know, as they say, we shall redouble our efforts. Yeah. Twice as many illegal criminal aliens are going to be going home. Anyway, brothers, thank you for watching. I appreciate the support, and we'll see you next time.
Wow, thank you, Templar.